All right, we are coming out of a recess, and the chair neglected to invite a motion to adopt the consent agenda, for which he apologizes. But I'm certainly
I'll
open.
move the consent agenda.
Move that we adopt the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Say-
Second.
Let's move that we, and seconded that we adopt the consent agenda. All those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye.
Can we open this up for a couple other items before we get into the SNP?
Certainly.
You know, it's just been brought up that I've been carrying forward, I wrote the resolution on net pens and I've been carrying it forward myself. I wonder if you move that, see if you gentlemen support that resolution.
Yeah.
I mean, in discussion you have it to make it official.
We didn't do that after this session?
Well,
None of us can recall that you did, but not sure that you
You've actually
did.
done it.
We talked
And
about
rather than be taking it to Olympia, it'd be nice to be taking it from the three of us rather than me.
it. Certainly, yeah.
So I could make a motion on my own, I guess.
And this is for the moratorium?
Yes, this is asking the governor to place a moratorium temporarily until we fully understand the ISA virus situation.
Okay.
So I move that we support the resolution in the matter of placing a moratorium on Atlantic salmon fish farms in Puget Sound.
And I'll second that.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. Any discussion on the motion on the floor?
Nope.
Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous.
Okay, one more proclamation, if I could do a really short one.
Okay.
I was asked by the commissioners of Clallam County if we would pass this resolution, so I'll read it. Whereas Tom Keegan has been the president of Peninsula College, a public four-year college serving Clallam and Jefferson counties for 10 years, and whereas during Keegan's tenure, he was instrumental in establishing the first baccalaureate degree program at Peninsula College, and whereas under his leadership, Peninsula College was selected by the U.S. Department of Education, one of 20 community colleges in the nation, as an innovator in career pathways, and whereas Dr. Keegan implemented an aggressive capital building campaign resulting in over $20 million in new and remodeled facilities, including a state-of-the-art science and technology building, an award-winning Center for Humanities and the Arts, a new library in the nation's first longhouse on a community college campus, and whereas Dr. Keegan expanded learning facilities in Port Townsend and Fort, and whereas Peninsula College has been lauded as a model college under Dr. Keegan's leadership for its thoughtful, holistic approach to Native American student access by the Partnership of Native American College Access and Success, and whereas under Dr. Keegan's leadership, the Peninsula College was commended by the Northwest Commission of Colleges and Universities for its exemplary efforts in developing partnerships in regional industries, government, agencies, other institutions of higher education, and tribal communities. Now therefore be it proclaimed, the Board of Jefferson County Commission hereby declare I read this before, and hereby declare something. What would you declare?
Well, a hearty handshake.
We recognize the importance of,
Recognize the contributions of Tom Keegan.
Okay. Keegan.
Chief is dropped
Right.
off.
I'll second.
Okay.
He's done a good job.
Moved and seconded that we adopt the aforementioned proclamation. Any further discussion?
He's not going that far away. He's gonna be over in Skagit.
Yeah.
So, still be in the neighborhood.
That's right. Okay, hearing no further discussion, call for the question. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye. Then I'm gonna make one more quick announcement. We quit too early. I just wanted to point out that Orca is looking for a new location for its air monitoring equipment. It's now on Blue Heron School, and it was basically put on Blue Heron School because the function of Orca was to try to follow the pollution of wood stoves primarily. With all the concern about the mill, the biomass, they're actually looking to the community to find a location to put it. And I recommend Grand Street School because it's closer to the plume of the mill, not sitting directly in it, and it's a place for the children, obviously. So anyway, I just thought I'd put that information out. Okay.
Okay, thank you. We have before us the members of the Department of Community Development who are here for two reasons. First, to discuss our preparation for our January 23rd meeting with the Washington State Department of Ecology, which will take place at 1 p.m. in the afternoon on Monday, 23rd. And after that, looking at the voluntary stewardship, we will do the Shoreline Master Program first, because we also have a bid opening at 10 o'clock that we need to attend to. So, take it away, Stacy.
Good morning. I'm going to actually have lead planner Michelle McConnell speak to this.
Good morning, Commissioners. As you know, we are getting ready to have a workshop with ecology, policy, and technical experts regarding the topic of in-water finfish aquaculture. And per past discussions with you, we have presented today a draft list of questions for the ecology team to consider prior to that workshop, as well as a draft list of possible conditional use permit criteria that could be considered if the county, through further discussion, considered going that direction for regulating in-water finfish and aquaculture. So we've got those two documents there for you, and are looking for your direction on any final revisions to either document and any other points of discussion. I don't know that there have been, the draft list of questions reflects discussions here with you on both December 19th and January 3rd. So I think that one's, unless you had other revisions, I think that's about reflecting what you had last, what directions you last given staff. And then there's been revisions to the working draft of the list of possible CAP criteria. So that may well be an area for you to focus on.
One thing I noticed that we've been very concerned about has been the recently discussed virus, ISA virus. And for number 6, on the questions for ecology, it might be apropos to have a statement about, how does DOE propose that protections are, that there is protection on the ESA virus, or something to that effect, because that seems to be the most current and one of the most troubling discoveries.
That is touched upon in 3A. Question 3A sort of touches upon that too.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a good list. It shows you've been listening to this. Captured so much of it. I know if we do get into the conditional use permits, one thing that I don't want to lose sight of is the tracking from farm to table, from fish farm to table, so that you can identify where problems are. And they're actually doing that in Canada now in some places, I understand.
So, is there one of the items there that you would want to have amended, or you talked about adding one somewhere?
Well, probably making it one of the conditions under C, I would think.
We've got item 9 at the top of page 2 of 3 on the draft CUP criteria.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, that would cover it there. So this is a general plot, okay. Okay, that covers it. I was looking over here in this other list.
I have the impression that during our earlier discussions, if we were going to go by the CUP, that we wanted to have finfish aquaculture a certain distance away from salmon migration routes.
Right. That's
And
it.
it may be in here, but I'm missing it. I know we discuss on item C5-8, distances from national, on page 3 of 3.
Mhm.
Non-finfish aquaculture needs, or no, it says non-finfish. Finfish needs to be 1,500 feet away from national wildlife refuges, but I don't see where we pay attention to the salmon migration routes.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that item is focused on bird and mammal.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, I do recall the discussion on salmon migration routes. That could be added as a separate.
So
Just
add that
add-
as a number 11, or put it under C.
Yeah.
Would you rather do?
Well, it's touched on in C, number 5I, but again, that's 1,500 from ordinary high water mark. It's not a distance from salmon migration routes.
I'm sorry, C5 Roman.
In the first
One.
page.
Yes, C5I.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that reads to be exclusive to only upland distances, avoiding adverse effects on ecological functions and processes, and I think salmon migration could be considered an ecological function or process.
Oh, where's,
But,
He was referring to this part.
yeah, I was,
Which
You're on
page were
page
you on?
1, right?
I was looking at page 1,
Okay.
5, and you were reading
5.
somewhere else.
Okay, let's try that one. Page 1, number 5. Yes, correct, excuse me, that is specific to upland from the ordinary high water mark. And that 5I is specific to visual impact rather than you're talking about impact to
Migration.
salmon migration. Yeah.
Let's-
It seems
Well,
like-
double I though is 2 nautical miles from streams, and so would that be a place?
That'd be a place where we could add it.
So add 3, triple I.
Or it might be better under number 4, which is really speaking to environmental impacts.
It seems a lot of the research that we looked at showed damage to the natural salmon stock when their migration routes were close to floating net pens.
So was there a distance, commissioners, that you were looking for?
You know, the 1,500 feet comes from those old guidelines, I believe, from the 80s, 25 years or more. I don't know if there's anything more.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if there's anything more current.
Well, the 80, you're thinking of the 86 interim guidelines.
Yeah.
I think the 91 programmatic EIS would generally be considered to
Thanks,
replace
Joe.
that, but it didn't formally.
Right.
So the interim guidelines could still provide.
Nobody was really dealing with ISA then,
No.
so that's a good question of how far, so.
And so you want a provision that would speak to a 1,500-foot distance from salmon migration corridors or habitats, or?
I think we're talking about the routes of the corridor
Corridor, I would
migration.
think, but I don't know. what is a good distance? We could ask it from, in terms of 1,500 feet, I suppose.
We could look again at.
Because I've read quite a bit about the lice issue, and it, I've never seen it written how far away the net bin should be from a corridor.
Well, we can look into that a little bit more and
Okay.
come up with a proposed provision and figure out where it might best fit, if it's a new number or just a sub to one of the existing.
Yeah, the net, I didn't really have anything. Have they gotten an idea of what we're asking yet, or are we only gonna send this as be their first look?
Correct, we have not provided this to them.
Okay.
So who's gonna be coming on Monday?
We're anticipating ecology staff, including, I wish I would have brought that piece of paper, I will do my best from memory.